as a...
The crystal dragon, it seems to be more than willing to let you use the artifact. Like, he is not the thing to keep you from using the artifact again.
He's not going to stop you from indulging?
Give me a wisdom check.
All right.
The guys are level 15. They're one downtime away from level 16. They actually have enough XP for the northern group. Have enough XP for 16th.
31, natural 20.
You know that this...
The first time I haven't rolled a 1 when dealing with this thing in a while.
You know that this artifact, like, this is a compulsion. Like a mental compulsion. Tell me again about who you're supposed to seek on Tarak. Sometimes I forget how I worded things.
Sunny?
Yeah. The letter to yourself?
Wait a second. Where is the correspondence and definitions? I'm having a stupid. Wait a second. Where is correspondence and there it is. Okay.
Strange letter to Sunny.
There it is. The astronomer, it's the astronomer. Gave his life for his craft and the ability to see that which living eyes cannot. The Sundalian. So, I'm looking for the astronomer.
Yep. What is the note hinting what the astronomer is?
He's undead.
And what are undead immune to?
Undead are immune... Well, undead are immune to, like, mind-affecting effects.
This astronomer might be able to use this artifact without succumbing to it.
Without turning into a dope fiend.
He might actually know how to use all these complicated dials and things to move the artifact around, point it at different parts of the sky, and etc., etc.
And here I was going, maybe if I protect myself from neutrality.
You also, like, do I have the spells for this? No,
Yep.
I need to research protection from neutral. Dirty neutral.
I do have one. It's just a really short-term one. There's one spell. It's like...
Isn't there, like, protection from balance?
They did create them. They're non-standard spells, so you'd have to research them or find them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or take them if they're cleric spells as your non-standard spell.
I dispel balance. I have that one.
The crystal dragon is... Oh, you hesitate. Why? Why do you hesitate? Go on.
It is bad for you.
The world. You can see anything.
The living eyes are not meant for this. Dead eyes might be able to do this without blinking.
You are a strange man with strange riddles. He
Do you know which one
the
of
dragon's kind of like a pusher almost. He sort of like aims the looking end a little closer to Sunny, and then
Come on.
he does
First peek's free.
he does pull on another panel that has a switch on it, and you think that may have activated the view screen in the viewing area. There is a flicker from the viewing room, although it's just mist, like it's kind of static.
Okay. We will use the item to show, look at the location.
Okay. Sunny, give me a will save.
All right. where, as is tradition, we roll ones on these. Sonny's fine. He'll never have an issue with a natural 1. 40.
Okay,
No,
Sonny.
Sonny's getting control. He's,
Yep. You're like, I will gird my mind against this. You say a few arcane words of abjuration before activating the artifact. Oh, it feels good to be looking through this thing again. Yeah, you could look anywhere on Volcanica. You are the Druid of Volcanica. There should be no place where you could not look.
That's correct.
Thoughts that you mark down an additional use of the artifact though. What are you up to?
That part of my sheet's messy. I've got 5 normal uses, and then continual use from a date, and it actually goes till ... because we didn't write down when we stopped. So till it was stolen. So till stolen, which is when we got attacked.
Attacks and aftermath.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It might even been it's been a while.
It looks like there was a whole downtime where
I was using it for a whole downtime. Yeah. During the giant downtime, I was using it for like the first third. It was weeks, if not months.
Yeah, it might have been almost a
oh goodness, I think it was 23 5-day weeks. So for we'll just put down for approximately 100 days.
Continually use to ... approximately 100 days. So theoretically,
sorry, you have a date. You have a start date.
Yeah.
What was the start date?
The 9th autumn 305.
Oh, okay. 17. So it's more like where did my calculator go? That's under...
Cleaning lady moved it on you?
No, I just have a lot of pages out. Continuous use for 35 days.
35 days. So one could argue I've used it as many as 781 times.
No, sorry, 85 days. My bad.
Ooh. So if it's like 2 castings per 85 days, that's 170 times, and then I've used it 6 additional times.
You're an old hack at this, but you this time it's kind of almost like restarting, but still you've used the artifact many times. Yep. In fact, it's a really good idea that this artifact becomes your problem, so like your first problem solver, your first solution to problems.
It's the first solution. It's the hammer.
Yep. Yeah. The party is able to see what Sunny saw, because Sunny is now looking at the area.
Mm.
And is it in here? Yeah, Imulga Mons. Vent. Oh. The Heart of Imulga Mons?
Yep.
There we go. Let me just rename this so it... All right, for those that are in the viewing area, you see this massive, very angry pocket within the volcano, about a 30-foot drop into just roiling lava. Every once in a while, there's a spurt and a spout that comes out. Sunny, for whatever reason, you don't see the claw there. You see the nook where the hand was. Maybe the creature behind that window moved.
Okay.
Is that Kurtulmak still alive in that place? If so, he's truly kaiju in size.
Okay, let's... well, I could...
The fumes here look awful. They look poisonous, sulfuric.
I'm going to move it to the hole. Like, I'll look in the hole with the Farseer.
Okay, the hole... Wait a minute. There's not enough space for truly titanic creature to crawl in, there's just enough space for the hand to be there. Give me a survival check.
All right. What happened? Just. I'm not great at this. 28. It was a big hand.
A 5-legged creature has moved through that area and comes back frequently.
Does it happen to have 2 wing type thing?
The hand is moving around on its own.
Awesome.
You also see a spear in the nook. It's just laying there.
All right.
You guys can make a knowledge arcana check if you wanted.
Can you see anything down there?
I'm actually gonna roll just for fun.
Okay.
I'll do a
38 from Sunny.
$83 from Barnabas.
All right, Sunny knows that this is a magical spear that was crafted what looks like from a green dragon's tooth. Like, it's kind of a primitive looking spear. In fact, it's got a little hook on it. Like, you're not too sure. It must be counterweighted in order to make it fly properly. Barnabas knows with an 85 that this is called Sazanyak's Tooth, or the Dirty Spear of Kurtulmak. This is Kurtulmak's preferred weapon. Sazanak is the mightiest of green dragons during the time of dragons, that had something to do with helping Kurtulmak become a... So Kurtulmak was part of the thieves that stole the eggs. Sazanak is one of the creators of Kurtulmak.
Okay. Oh no!
The Dirty Spear of Kurtulmak. When forced to fight in melee, Kurtulmak was a renowned dirty fighter. 85. What are the properties of this thing? It's epic, it's keen, it's returning, it's resizing, it's variable, and a dragonbane spear.
Well, that could come in handy fighting team.
No AOs when doing the dirty trick combat maneuver. It provides an additional bonus to dirty tricks based off of the enhancement bonus of the weapon. The wielder also has the powers of a necklace of adaptation when wielded. The spear can shift to any size of spear as a move action, and it could shift to any type of spear: short spear, regular, or long. It's an epic weapon.
That spear could prove useful in our endeavors.
I like spears.
I really like that, Fox. How about a mythic point for a free dirty trick at highest base attack bonus? This can be done once per round, just to give it some
A reason to have it in your hands, as
Yep.
opposed to just being like,
yes, it's primitive looking, but it was built in an age like before humans crawled out of caves. Barnabas also noticed that the other weapon that Kurtulmak fought with is called the tail spike of the Great Wyvern. Kurtulmak's tail attacks were very highly poisonous, and you think there was something that either he wore on his tail. You don't see that. It's just these are one of his two weapons, and it's just lying in this nook. Business end pointed out.
Yeah, we should collect that spear.
So, you said that there's a five-legged being running around in there, Barnabas?
The
I didn't say that.
fumes that are coming off of the center occasionally block the farseer.
So, I wonder how... Now, obviously that's the stuff that's messing with the Fascia.
Sonny's going to try to go down the hole with the...
Okay, going down the hole completely obscures the farseer. Like you don't even get to the magma. You can kind of see the magma from a slight angle or from a slight above, but no, it's quite clearly the source of the problem that you're trying to overcome.
Okay.
In fact, the hand could still be in the room right now. There's enough smoke and obscured things, but it definitely moved from where the vision that you got from the old kobold, old Snurn.
Well, right. We need the spear, and I believe there's a hand. He's using it. He's yelling. I don't know if there's the tube to communicate or whatever. Like,
Sure, there's a little communication tube, like a really janky telephone system.
hello. I think there's a hand in there somewhere, but it's really big.
You can hear Suddy's voice coming out of the wall.
But we don't see a hand.
There's tracks. Really lopsided, five-legged tracks. Like a five-footed Odiug was wandering through here.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a big hand. That's what you think it is.
Yes. I wonder what a hand of a kobold god would do.
Well, you'll have to let me know.
Push comes to shove, I bet it shoves your ass in the lava. Just guessing.
I ain't afraid of that. Can't believe you're dragging me to this place. Fucking magic.
I forgot. You should have left him behind. You should have went to Thogrim's. Don't break it.
We're gonna smash all this stuff eventually, right?
No, Thogrim, no, Slake, we're not.
Not if you want to leave. There we go.
It's like just chewing nails.
Grinding sounds.
Yeah, he's refusing to look at the place. Like he doesn't want to look at the bed. He's standing in the other room, kind of yelling at you guys.
Right. So everybody's seen the location, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. We can now come up with a plan, but we'll need to communicate to Thogrim and Brennos. Or do we need Thogrim and Brennos? I mean, I don't know what to collect to create the lens.
Give me a think on that. I'll look it up. Yeah, we'll take glass cutting next level.
Yeah, right now you don't know. You could just make an int check if you wanted. Thogrim's already told you that he needs something much purer than just the dust and ash. Barnabas doesn't have any of the crafting feats, right?
He has crafting feats, yeah.
He does.
He's got like 15 crafting feats.
Barnabas.
Yeah. He's
Feats.
got oh, feats. No, sorry, I got skills.
Okay.
I don't have the feats. No. Apologize. No.
There's a quick sound of like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Captain!
Captain,
Something is wrong.
what did the genius path give you? All the crafting feats. I mean, there is probably one mythic power that does give you them all. I think
There is one. There is.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
The one Thogrim already has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just do it without the feats.
Okay.
Having the feat gives you bonuses like rolling
Yeah.
twice and stuff like that.
It sounds like you need to at least sync back up with Thogrim to figure out what he needs from that chamber.
Sending will do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you used a lesser or a greater scry.
I used a greater scry.
Okay. What's your caster level?
My caster level is 50. It'll last for 15 hours. Am I being dispelled?
Yeah, there's some static, like something got flung at your sensor. You didn't see where it came from. Oh, really? Okay. 31st level magic.
That's pretty spicy.
Where'd the image go? Says Eamon.
Sonny, it's broken.
I think somebody didn't like being looked at.
Oh.
If you were a sorcerer god, would you be able to cast spells with simply a single hand?
Well, yes, if I was a sorcerer god, I would likely have the ability to cast silently and without somatic components, and even then, if I have one hand, I'm all set. Yeah, not out of the realm of possibility.
Not out of the realm of possibility, which means it is possible.
Are you gonna use the thing again?
Well, eventually, not right now.
I feel like this dragon should be selling him tokens. Don't worry, you can use credit.
The dragon starts resetting some of the settings. Sunny can go down and join his companions.
Okay, Sunny goes down.
You done mucking around with this garbage?
We now know where we're going, and we know that there's some sort of caster there.
Is there a magic hell? Like a special place in hell for spellcasters?
There's magic in hell.
No. I'll figure out the question. And Barnabas will tell me. Or I'll make him tell me.
Have I ever kept anything from you?
Oh, you heard me, eh? Yeah, we'll talk about magic hell later. Like where we're gonna send wizards. You know, eternal torment.
Well, I have ideas.
Yeah.
And I don't have a character there to say, careful what you wish for, Slake. Okay, all right.
Gonna go to magic hell. Here we go. All right. How do you get there? Magic.
Yeah, this is magic.
All right, what's the plan? That spear looks interesting, says Agony.
It is. We will find it very useful.
Well, I suppose first we should be meeting up with Thogrim and Brennos to then cast our spells and go down there and collect the thing. Now, but my concern, it dispelled my sensor.
Good.
Now, that is a concern because that would mean it's an extremely powerful caster, whatever's down there.
Well, it's very lucky and not very good, but God bits, you know.
Perhaps there's an aspect left over. Sort of a ghost of Kurtulmak.
Why do we want to kill the hand, or do we just want to take the fucking spear?
Oh no, that's an aspect of Kurtulmak. Oh, I think we want a piece of that.
You mean, and Agony bares his teeth where he's got the Dayferal, you mean this?
There's a decent possibility, yes.
So you are coming then?
Yes.
Right. So,
Your words of encouragement are always welcome, says Agony.
Barnabas smiles an insincere smile.
Thogrim. I've got a question for you, Thogrim.
Yeah, this is back at the... Sorry, I gotta switch campaign files so we can just do this.
So, Thogrim, we actually, what we did was we jumped back to the forge. He's gonna jump back to Overlook, and he's gonna bring 3 of his 9th level casters with him.
Oops. Let me go back to the open pit mine. Oh, 3 of your Thogrim simulacra.
Yeah.
Okay, and they look like you, right?
Yeah, somewhat. They're ice statues basically that look like Thogrim.
Okay. No, they don't look like... It's not the old Thogrim.
No, they look like the
Like
current
Azures
Thogrim.
or as
No, you can tell that one because it looks like a normal dwarf and it cries all the time.
There we go. There's the...
He's just upset and sad.
All right, so you have to pick them up at the forge, but your pocket
In the
dimension.
forge,
Yeah, so you
they're
grab
there,
them. Okay.
and we plane shift back and then greater teleport, or we just teleport to Overlook. We're actually going to my master's forge.
Okay, so
That's where
you
the
have
other
to
Exir are there,
you have to plane shift back to Volcanica, and then
either
go to your
teleport
master's
or
forge.
greater teleport. Yeah, depending on where we are.
Yeah, you see Eshmunazar. Things have been whipped into shape. He's been left with his permission to start the cult of Vulcan,
Yep.
and you can see a bunch of dwarves and people running around wearing symbols of Vulcan. You can see guns being crafted and cannons being made.
Good. With these guys here, crafting will be much faster. But also, the reason I brought these guys with me is because
There is an office where people or citizenry are lined up to get special documents so that they can carry firearms.
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is Thogrim's army. Rise.
Ahmed, that's too much.
Sorry.
That's too much talking about.
You don't have the leadership feat, do you?
It's coming.
There's gonna be a bunch of crazies. It doesn't mean they listen to anybody.
Yeah.
It's coming. I just need a high charisma.
No, you can use your intelligence.
Yeah. Or Dex. Can use my Dex.
What?
My Dex.
That guy's so fast.
Like, follow that.
Archmage Thogrim, let him by.
Oh, his name. What's his name? Eshmunazar?
Ishmanazar.
Okay, Shmenazar. Excellent progress I see here.
In the name of the god, I
Yes.
have had a premonition.
Yes.
Tell me about what you are up to. Tell me about where you've been and where you are going.
Well, we were at the what is that stupid? The Imulga Mons, the area where the volcano was.
Oh,
We were looking for artifacts of the old god.
yeah.
What is it that you have seen?
I have seen the crafting of a mighty gun.
Interesting.
I've seen the crafting of bullets.
What are the materials that are used to craft these items?
That of a dead god.
What precisely?
I am not a crafter, I am the voice.
Something from
Vulcan shall be reborn, his purpose renewed. No one who wields one of these great weapons will not know his name.
Brings him to the side. Actually, weapon like
Brenos
that,
is torn slightly.
weapon like that's very dangerous.
Doesn't like guns, but he likes gods that have names at a minimum. Like the god at least has a name, and he's talking about the god's name would be known. These are all good things.
Yeah. He gives you a symbol. Add this to your collection. Call upon him at your time of need, my friend.
Yes, you are a great priest, are you not, Brenos? You have many symbols around your neck. Is it that you're confused?
Preach, brother. Preach.
I hear many voices, and I call out to many names.
Perhaps you should put a bullet in some of those voices, so that your path may be clearer.
And I will let them
Even
choose
the
the way they
faintest
want.
of the old voices still deserve their due.
I see. The old gods, unless they change their ways, will be cast aside. Cauldrons of calamity, they will die or fall into ignominy.
You should teach your people how to use axes. For the elves, bows. For the dwarves, axes.
Vulcan was the crafter once of many weapons, and those weapons failed him. Now he is the artificer of the gun.
Although axe head bayonet would be a nice touch.
You will not totally forget old ways.
Put an axe as a bayonet. At least there's an axe on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
If that is the price for you to give way to the new way of fighting, to the new might, the might of gunpowder. Everyone will be safe in their beds when there is a pistol under their pillow.
Well, that was like, all right.
I could atone for you, to wash away the sins of old ways, so that you may breathe the great gunpowder, so that it may flow in your veins. Join your dwarvish brothers, who have seen the light, who hear the pounding thunder of Vulcan in every gunfire, in all the cannons. We give praise to him. You, Brenos, could be a great symbol You could then lead them.
I'm like, hey. Hey.
There is plenty to do. There are many barrels and many bullets to fire.
I have seen what this weapon has done to the plane of dwarves. The dwarf home. The gods' armies now fight with these in horrible, dug-up landscapes, trenches everywhere, hails of bullets and dwarf blood. It is not the right way.
And even the servants of the gods have taken up arms. I will use your story in my next sermon.
Thank you, brothers. Always a brother.
Collect the things that you find, Thogrim. Perhaps you will find something suitable to make a great weapon for a hero of the faith.
Indeed. Indeed, I'll have a close look and discuss with the party. And see what my companions, what spoils we will have.
Scales into bullets and a weapon repurposed.
Scale, you say? Did you see one?
Yes, in my dreams.
Does share memory work on dreams?
I mean, dreams are weird, but sure, something you've experienced.
You try to share your dream, you end up at memory. You're lying in a bed, it's warm. You're uncomfortable. You kind of need to poop. The dog barks.
Damn it, what time is it? I gotta pee. Damn it. 3 o'clock in the morning, pee. Run out of that water before bed.
Maybe if I roll over and move my leg this way, I can hold it till the alarm goes off.
It's when you lean right into it and go, I'm gonna have to wake up to pee anyway, so I have to pee a little bit. So I'm gonna go to sleep. So I wake up in 2 hours, pee, and then I sleep all the way through. There, game the system.
Broken you are.
Just my prostate.
Okay, so you go back and you collected some of your simulacra and you had a conversation with Ishmunazar.
Question: the golem, he's huge, right?
Yes.
What does he count as 8 creatures?
For teleportation, he'd count as 4.
Counts as 4. Oh, I can't carry that many. Okay. I wanted to actually bring him, but that's fine.
You have to show off the new golem already.
A new golem. Wonderful. Wonderful. We shall consecrate this new golem. Bathe it in the blessings of Vulcan.
Acceptable. He's currently in my domain. I'll have to bring him back at a certain time. Later time. But for now, my
What wonders your secret forge produces.
oh, this one was captured in battle. But
What
it
great
lives.
what great deeds, Archwizard of the Gun.
But this one, though, we can learn from, yes, and craft more. Imagine a blazing golem with cannons on each side. Can't wait till I have some free time and lots of gold.
The Imperium will have no choice to accept our strength and us as their ally.
Well, if strength cannot be denied, then it'll be accepted, yes.
What do you think about kobolds?
Who's he asking?
The Ashmuzar.
But what I think about kobolds, we have heard that they have toppled the scales, that they have upset the old balances. Such things are tremors, portents of wars to come. Kobolds are also very crafty. I suspect that they have also learned from their enemies. I suspect that they too will wield the gun.
They would be a good ally with their numbers.
Brenos elbows Thogrim in the ribs. Because Brenos also thinks he would be a good ally or a very scary enemy with guns, and he doesn't think that 1,billion kobolds with firearms is like the greatest idea, and now feels stupid for bringing up the topic.
They should be introduced to Vulcan.
Whack! Another elbow to the ribs.
18 damage.
Perhaps they must shake off their old gods like shackles before they can be part of the true faithful. They
Perhaps.
will emulate those who cling to the old gods, but their bullets will not fly true.
Fucking hate bullets. My AC versus bullets is like 15. I hate bullets.
I can set something up to help you with that.
May their guns misfire in great maladies.
May their powder be damp, and their strikers be soft.
Yes, our bullets will fly true. Our powders will be dry, and our aim shall be inspired.
What was wrong with just like finding a nice dwarven lass, learning a couple of spells, taking up one of the old crafting tablets? It's a grand tradition, build a nice church, get married in it, then die there.
Progress. You must always innovate.
Brenos,
Otherwise, you stagnate.
this factory has been turned into also like a shrine, almost like a temple. The busyness here actually shames some of the busyness at some of the other dwarven temples that you've seen in the last several decades.
The Vulcan is a neutral war god, or crafter god, or
You don't
They
know
seem-
much about this god. This is like it's springing up here for the first time.
it has a name. That's at least it's not like a. Look at me, I'm a concept. Like I am love, the lovey-dove. It's got a name. Name first. Maybe it's a trap. I don't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't get it. They're kind of scary people, but they seem to be they have some chill. But he doesn't want them to go and convert all the kobolds because that would be a bad time for everybody.
For you?
Yeah.
This way! Who wants a gun? You get a gun, and you get a gun, and you get a gun.
For everyone who's not a kobold.
The tyrannical kobold armies. Just imagine, like, the Russians during World War II, but with the ability to, make the firearms for the troops. Oh, God. Waves upon waves crashing.
Like the kobolds won't enslave every other non-kobold and establish some hierarchy. Well, yeah, that might not be great. All gnomes exterminated from the planet. Why? They killed Kurtulmak.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, about my simulacrum.
We're at the bridge! The toll booth is right there!
Find the change first. So, my fine fellows over here are very good at cannoneering. Give them give them a troop. Not even a troop, sorry. What are they called? Give them a...
Cannon.
No, not the cannon. I actually need the...
Leadership feat?
No. Give me a sec. Crew. Yes, crew. If they are part of a crew, the cannon will be able to fire at least once every 6 to 10 seconds. Once around, you see.
Shall we put them to the defense of Overlook?
Oh, absolutely.
Archwizard of Vulcan. Archwizard of Overlook.
Two of them at the defense on the walls with the cannons.
Our job will not be done here until every man, woman, and child bears a gun in Vulcan's name, and our walls bristle with firearms and cannons.
Absolutely. Now, one more thing. It's like, right on. The third...
Rattle.
The third version of me, he used to deal with to the best of his ability, with the Archmage requests that are coming in. Until I return, of course.
Ishmunazar nods. It's really not his place to say, but
When they come looking for you here, as they have, we will send the requests to your facsimile.
Perfect. I appreciate everything that you are doing. And I will continue to do my best on my end.
Have your simulacra converted to Vulcan.
They follow what I follow, which is Vulcan.
Then we shall give them the baptism of fire, the baptism of gunpowder.
See,
baptism is a flesh wound.
you see something.
Their baptism is tinnitus, I think.
They are baptized. They are already baptized, you see.
Do you hear the singing?
They have copies of me after I have been baptized.
Fires of Vulcan is tinnitus.
They are
Yes.
already baptized.
When you return, we shall bathe you with Vulcan's fire before everyone. You shall be an inspiration for all wizards here, not only in Overlook, but in all of Elsia Vale and lands controlled by the Imperium.
Yes, wielding magic and these magnificent devices and weapons gives the advantage. They will see that eventually, if not already. If there's nothing that you need from me or request, Brennus and I need to depart.
I have given you the divine quest of Vulcan. Through
I will
me
seek
he
it.
speaks.
I will seek the materials to craft such a weapon.
You do a lot of paperwork on these people, right?
Well, fuck it, I'm not dealing with it. Where's Barnabas and his crew? It's gonna be interesting for them to deal
Fill
with.
out my forms. They've been making a lot of members and acting somewhat cultish. You will just make it legal. You know.
Make it all good.
Oh, you
Oh.
want your circlet, do you? Make all these people not a
No,
cult.
no one's gonna want to invade this place. They all got guns.
The justice system gets taken over. Everything is resulted with a duel. Like everything.
Scruff my shoe.
Well,
All right.
executions are easy to figure out what they would be. Execution by cannon fire.
It's like 20 cannons. All right, everyone.
Oh, they went lenient. They went lenient on them. It's execution by rifle instead. Oh.
We left something behind. Were there any requests that came in for Thogrim while he was away?
Yeah, but Ishmunazar seems to be galvanizing the religion to help with the defense of the realm, and you get the sense that they're assuming that this is by your command.
Yeah, we said we are going to put cannons up on the walls. Now, the city is providing the materials,
You
right?
have Eshmunazar does point you towards a desk that is overflowing with requests for magic being cast by citizenry. Like, if you put a letter on the desk, it would fall off. There's so much stuff on it.
All right, you three, come here. Go deal with this as best as you can. I'm sure there's their 9th level. That's oh god.
Like,
Are they gonna
it's
cast 4th
like,
level spells?
my cat has been turned green. Help me! You know, like there's like that kind of level
There's a
of
whole bunch
request.
of remove curse requests.
Right.
Yeah. These guys have.
I swear, wizards robbed me. You know, like that kind, like just the running of a town. If you are the chief wizard. Type requests.
This is a magic item, the cursed whatever, or like identifying.
There's
things,
identifications.
common.
There's requests for crafting. There's requests for removing of curses. There's requests for investigation and
It'd
complaints.
be a whole bunch of like assessments or like what do you call it? Appraisals. Lots and lots of appraisals.
Yeah, there's a man year of work on the table
Well, there's
for requests,
There's 3 dwarfs. They live a long time.
These guys don't need to sleep.
and they don't need to sleep. So yeah, we could start dividing.
Should have brought more of my simulacra.
Well, 360. Is it
Divide by 3,
360 here?
divide by 3.
Divide by 5 is the number of weeks, so 72 5-day weeks. And each one of these guys doesn't sleep, so divide by 3. Divide by 3. Your guys can do this work in 8 weeks.
Well, I'll get you caught up.
That'll get you caught up, yeah.
You still have to do the new. That's not the new info.
And that's assuming that's up to 5th level spells that may be able to solve the issue.
There might be a
Anything
few
after
things
that.
in there that you need to do.
Yeah, but using simulacra to keep you not from doing day-to-day small tasks is a excellent strategy.
Yeah. Next time I'll bring some of the other, because I know the forge isn't doing, like, the forge isn't as busy as it was before. These guys aren't. There's
No, but
nothing that we're
downtime's
crafting
about
right now.
a downtime's about to happen, and you're going to be insanely busy in a moment because all
True.
the party's going to want.
As I level, I'll make more.
Perfect. All right, so Thogrim,
You're better,
where are you
faster,
meeting the
stronger.
party, or is this the place where you were
We're
saying?
supposed to meet here.
Okay, so you're going to wait. All right, let's go back to the.
I'll start opening letters. Okay, my first official letter. I can't find my cat. Fuck.
Would it be unwizardly to say "fuck my life" as a response?
All right, back to the Observatory of Rhest. What's this group doing? They've caught a view of this strange place with a hand of potentially of a god.
I think we're gonna go back and like get Thogrim because we need him to help collect the stuff.
Okay, and you guys shared where Thogrim is waiting.
Yep.
All right, so that's one plane shift, and then
A teleport because plane shift is random.
yeah, and can you get I think 2 teleports?
No, I can get. Oh no, it's 2 teleports. Yeah. Plane shift, 2 teleports. I'm gonna tick off a mythic point to do a I rested in this just because
Okay,
it's easier that way.
Agony will do a regular teleport, returning to Overlook. About an hour, several hours later, the parties have reunited, and I'm just going to go
Yep.
back to the Imulga Mons open pit mine just to represent you guys are all together.
Okay.
But you're in Overlook. You track down Thogrim, and you see Thogrim with a bunch of Thogrims with Brenos there at the cannon forge that has been turned into also a temple of Vulcan. You can see the busyness. You can see people, like a small gun market almost has sprout up around the temple. You hear someone complaining about the slowness of a shipment of gunpowder from the Imperium, and one dwarf says, "Don't worry, our alchemists will make our own." And like there's just
Craft gunpowder. My 3 guys can craft gunpowder like maniacs, but they're busy. Let's get some more.
Yeah, you catch up with Thogrim. Thogrim's in this room inside, like a back office inside this temple forge, and he's going through letters and
Yeah. So how we're doing it is we're sorting them by priority, we're sorting them by date.
Yep.
And who the requester is. Is it a peasant or is it someone who can actually,
Does Thogrim have any ranks, knowledge, any goddamn thing to help his clones know that crap, or are they just
knowledge nobility?
sorting it by friggin' spellcraft check?
Let's see. No, but stuff like when it came in, there's a date on these things, right?
They can do. It's when it's like, oh, is this person important? I don't think Thogrim knows who's important. I'm pretty sure
Thogrim's got 3 ranks of knowledge nobility. He can
Nice.
he can actually sort
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a plus 15. He can sort through who's more important. Who, like there's a sense of
Yeah.
urgency. All right, so you're triaging these letters when your party arrives.
Barnabas. Thogrim's gonna need legal services, I think.
The fuck for?
He's looking around.
These people seem very excited about guns.
Fuck. This is a. You can't set up a temple here, you damn idiots!
People look over and then continue what they're doing.
Like,
If you have any requests, put them on write a letter and put it by there.
This giant iron V hanging over the
Hearing
cannon
that,
works.
Barnabas takes out a piece of parchment and a quill and an ink, and he writes, "Take down the effing shrine, you idiot!" and slams it down in front of you.
Thogrim pushes his spectacles up. It helps collect the heat in this building. It vents it out easily, you see.
Listen,
It's beyond you. Don't I understand you wouldn't get it.
listen. I'm not defending you if you and Sneeze Kitty get in trouble for this.
Explain it. So what you're saying, no shrine. A shrine's not allowed, is what you're saying. Is that correct?
Correct.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, quite sure. Putting up the shrine. And by the way, it's a government facility.
Well, let's stay on the good side. I'll have a chat. I'll have a chat with him, right?
At least find a cellar, some proper place for a cult. For crying out loud, right here.
Well, you shouldn't be so dismissive of the power that this place can give. And the people.
Right. Go find some place to wear your cloaks and your masks and worship Vulcan and do unspeakable things to each other with your guns. I don't care.
Quintessa, you see a sign on the board. You see someone go up to it. Days since last accident, and it only had a 3 on it, and somebody has like erased it and put 0.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
You notice that there's like some like emergency happening on the other side of the.
She'll go over and see if she can help.
Okay, there are a bunch of dwarves, and you can see there's one dwarf. Oh, nothing to see here. Unfortunately, it looks like this banister came loose. Who fell in? Oh, it was Tramus that fell in. Oh, and a bunch of dwarves shaking no. Apparently some inspector that was inspecting a big vat of molten metal leaned on a This is probably hitting home for Mark. Mark working, leaned on a hand.
Actually, first thing I thought of was, are you sure he fell?
Well-
the second part he said inspector. I don't. You mean external inspector? Or do you mean somebody who works here, inspector?
No,
inspector?
it was somebody. Quintessa, you're listening. It's somebody that worked here, and they all like look, the banister gave way, and immediately there's this one. They seem to accept it. Like there seems to be this really quick acceptance of, give me a sense motive.
Because that's kind of a, I'm not saying death culty, but it's a little death culty. Quintessas.
You hear like a whistle go off.
Oh God, I really thought it was better than that.
We will have a moment of silence for our fallen worker.
It's only 21 on the sense motive.
He was a devotee, a recent devotee to Vulcan.
We've been warped to the worst part of like 1820. The worst part of 1820.
Damn.
Like,
Well, not the worst part. They're taking a moment of silence.
Hey, did Thogrim hear this?
Yeah.
All right. What the hell's going on here?
21. It was just really strange that they all just kind of accepted like that as a thing.
How often does this happen? I mean, deaths, not specifically someone falling through a banister.
Everything is safe. Everything is safe. There's one person that was speaking.
She's checking like hands and fingers and eyes.
Yeah, there are some what look like workplace injuries, like a missing finger here, there, a very scorched half beard on one of the dwarfs, like an explosion. This one, it looks like a priest of Vulcan by the way he's dressed. Kind of hard to tell because he's dressed in a worker's uniform, but you do see that he's got a big metal symbol.
Who are you, miss?
I am Countess Quintessa Morgaine.
Oh, Countess of where, exactly?
I am the Silver Countess.
Oh, yes, yes. Far from home, I see. Are you here to give blessings to Vulcan? Perhaps purchase a gun? Can't be too safe.
Can't be too careful.
Can't be too careful without, especially in those remote parts. I heard that your county had some problems with gnolls a while back.
Yes, and we solved it the old-fashioned way with might and magic.
Well, could we interest you and perhaps some of your household staff in the blessings of Vulcan? I don't know how you got in here, but perhaps we could go to a less noisier place where you'll be
Again,
safe.
I got in through magic.
I see. You don't need to worry about our workplace safety here. It's all right. It happens from time to time. Very dangerous work. But we dwarves are used to dangerous work. Mining, crafting, forging. Tremis is now with Vulcan. Praise
I'm sure
be.
that'll be of great comfort to his family.
Oh, yes, his family will receive a generous severance package from the cannon works.
I will leave this with Thogrim.
Thogrim's here. Praise be.
She rolls her eyes a little bit.
Why are we proving the need for government regulation?
This is what actually.
Okay, as you seem to distract him with Thogrim's here, and there's like some important people kind of rushing over towards Thogrim. Psst. You get a whisper, Quintessa.
Yes.
It's the fourth death this month.
This grimy-looking human.
Fourth.
Yeah, they're all accidents. I wouldn't wander too close to that vat over there. Seems to suck 'em up.
What is that vat?
Well, it's where all the metal in this place gets mixed. Blessed many times by Vulcan. Many times.
Hmm. Make sure Thogrim looks into this. 4 deaths a month is unacceptable for skilled workers, such as yourselves. Tell me, who runs the place while Thogrim is gone?
Oh, they say Thogrim's former master's name, but he's never here. There's a bunch of cannon chiefs.
Okay.
There are 3 cannon chiefs. They're on rotating schedules.
Who's the cannon chief on duty today?
Give me a dwarven name.
Durkus.
Ah, it's Chief Durgus.
Where would I find Chief Durkus?
He's up in his office.
Where's his?
There's this office that perches down over the entire operations. You can see a dwarf standing there.
Just to make a point, she like floats up with her overlap.
Oh, be careful! Be careful!
Yeah, you can see as you're passing by, like, there's a platform that's built around it, but you can see the big vat of like where molten metal is being mixed. Underneath, there's this giant V on it. You can see all sorts of inscriptions along the vat.
Knowledge religion, because that's
Yes.
it's not beyond the scope, but God, she's dumb compared to Barnabas.
Compared to Barnabas, everyone's dumb.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
You
can
also
never
need
play
a-
another bard again.
Barnabas doubles everybody else's primary function if it's something that's within his scope. I'm super good at this. I get 40s and 50s. And Barnabas is like, well, I'm pretty good at this. I get 80s to 100s.
Try that again. There we go. Oh shit, I got a 21.
It's not a deep question you're asking. Leave it to a crafting god to make the altar of their temple something central to the craft that they're making. The vat is the altar to Vulcan.
Okay. Oh, she's
If Vulcan is taking blood sacrifice.
that's
we
what
need
it,
to have
it really looks like to her.
certainly looks like there's blood sacrifice going
Yeah.
on here. And Centaur Man or Sphinx Boy doesn't. He's sketchy. Let's put it that way.
He's- yeah, we're,
He's selling you religion out of the back of a van. Like he's, you know.
All right, well, you go up to go talk
Yep.
to, what did you say the chief's name was?
Durkus.
Durkus. All right, Chief Durkus is up there. He looks at these big barrel-chested dwarf. It looks like he was just looking at the operations. He gives you a quizzical look through the glass as you just float up in front of his office.
She taps on the glass.
Marches over to the little door, opens it up.
You're not supposed to be here.
I'll go wherever I like, seeing as you can't stop me.
You're one of Thogrim's. You're one of our wizard Thogrim's companions. I've seen
I
you somewhere
am.
before.
I am something of an archwizardess myself.
I see. What business do you have here at the Forge Works?
Well, it
Did you
come
know
to
the
my
Did you know
attention-
the deceased?
I did not know.
Mm.
I understand he'll get a nice few moments, and then you'll send some money to his family. I'm curious, though. This is the 4th death this month.
Oh, shit. Not for the same reasons, but we've had a few setbacks. Don't worry, we are currently looking for a proper safety manager. We had to fire the last one.
Shouldn't you be in charge of that until one is found?
Well, I suppose it falls under my purview, but I've got many concerns to run this place.
Well,
Many concerns.
Here is another concern you should think of. To an outsider, especially given the religious markings on your bat, some might suspect that 4 deaths a month, that's 1 a week. I mean, some might call it, if I was in the Inquisition or something, might say it looks like a sacrifice is happening here.
Sacrifice? Oh, we all work hard. In Vulcan's name, he increases the productivity around here. For sure, for sure.
Sense motive, she sucks at it, but
How sucks we talking?
like 1 rank, 33.
Pretty
A lot
good.
of wisdom. A lot of wisdom, though. There's a lot of wisdom.
He believes what he's saying, but he doesn't like the way that you're framing it. He's convinced himself that it should be framed another way.
Well, I will bring this up with Thogrim and the Inquisition.
You do that, miss. You do that.
Good
Don't
day.
worry. Thogrim's good friend is an Inquisitor. We have heard no complaints from them. In
Brenos,
fact,
you
even
think is
some
a
of...
friend. You think Brenos is a friend to Vulcan?
I assume so. Besides, generous compensation packages will be delivered to their family. They will not for want.
That's hardly the point.
We're gonna depopulate the city of dwarfs. We don't have babies that fast. You can't have.
What is that around your neck, ma'am?
This is a holy symbol to Weejas.
And what is she the goddess of?
Magic. Proper power.
And?
Death.
And you're saying that no one has ever died in the history of your religion, for your religion.
Those that have faced the law.
We did not kill that man who fell into there. He slipped. A workplace accident, most tragic.
Well, ultimately, it is not for me to decide. If there's an investigation, so be it, and if not, well, these are not my lands to rule. I'm simply a concerned citizen.
I see. You're also trespassing. We'll also bring that up with Thogrim. Next
Really,
time,
you
please.
can bring this up too, you little shit, and she punches him right in the face.
Oh, gosh!
Hard.
You got punched in the mouth by a little lady.
All right, so he retreats into his office, go tend to his broken, bleeding nose, and Quintessa flies down to meet the others. Thogrim is just being inundated.
2d10 plus 20 something will do that to you.
Yeah, you bloodied the the chief inspector. All right, Thogrim. There's a lot of busyness here. You finally wade through a bunch of people that are trying to get your attention to figure out what happened. Yeah, they're saying there was a workplace incident.
Ah, well, where's the report?
We've launched an internal investigation into the matter. Although initial findings, there was a loose screw on the railing on the observation platform above the altar, the cauldron.
Really? Explain this to me then. How are we to craft chambers of metal that are supposed to contain explosions every time one of the worshippers pulls a trigger if we are not able to keep a railing from falling?
Oh yes, it is very, very embarrassing.
I want to see the other reports for all of the accidents that have happened here.
Of course. The reports are up in.
Fucking pile.
They point up to the office where the chief. You could see where the chief is. You could see Quintessa coming down, wiping blood off of her off of her knuckles.
There was another workplace incident.
What the hell is going on here? Miska, where are you?
You try to go
I don't know.
find Ishmunazar?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to leave. Ishmunazar left the premises, so...
Damn it.
Thogrim, something is very wrong here.
All right, what happened to your hand?
Well, a dwarf fell on it.
Dwarves
I
known
see.
for their clumsiness.
Must have been a loose screw.
Yes, I'm interested in seeing. Well, one thing that's concerning me is the incidents of the
Do we have time for
accidents.
Well, there's been 4 deaths this month. How many accidents have there been?
this? So, this place is noisy and loud.
No, it's unacceptable.
It is noisy and loud in here.
It is
But-
very noisy and loud in here.
All right, anybody else want to say it's noisy and loud in here? No.
It's
All right.
kind of noisy and loud in here.
Barnabas is like, what?
So
'Cause he's a dick.
why did you punch that man over there? That dwarf.
He was quite rude.
And
Oh no, that was it.
please stop punching the people here.
Oh, but Thogrim, it's okay.
Why?
I'm a noble. I don't suffer the consequences of my actions.
Yes, but they are here. I see them under my protection, so please do not do that.
So, you understand that there has to be something about this, because now you're telling me that people are dying here, and this is obviously a temple.
Look at the vat. It's practically an altar for sacrifice.
Yes, I'm having a look at that now.
Okay, there's a bunch of busybodies all like following Thogrim. Archmage, it is good to see you here. It's been some time. We have tripled the rate of the production of cannons and are installing them along the...
I can see there's time for ass kicking, but no time for ass kissing and no time for safety.
They're all trying to brag and suck up to Thogrim about how productive they've been, and they're all inspired. There's a lot of praise Vulcan mixed into their speech.
Excellent, excellent work. I am, though, disappointed with the number of incidents and accidents that have been
Now,
happening here.
increased productivity and speed does mean that occasionally, sometimes, corners are cut.
Increased productivity and speed is
Unacceptable.
not the dwarvish way. We do things methodical and slow and right the first fucking time.
Thank you, Brennos. It is unacceptable to
are
have
you-
accidents.
Have they all signed in for your tour of this place?
Brenos is now detecting evil and chaos and law and good. He's just detecting. What is? They're all crazy. He's trying to figure out
Figure out which type of crazy.
what kind of crazy. He doesn't know nothing
It's
about.
not
Vulcan.
chaotic. You get hints of lawful.
Okay.
You're
Shut
not,
down on
You're
productions.
not getting good, and you're not getting evil in any outstanding quantities.
Okay. Now the altar.
Doesn't detect an alignment.
Okay.
All right, shut down all production immediately.
Why? We will not be able to meet the council's request for,
I will not have another dwarf or because of requirements to meet some kind of request. Not on my watch, not under my name. This ends now.
shut down production.
Find, please get me. What's his name? Where is the? Fuck his name is.
Dirkus? What?
Benazar.
Oh, Shmunazar.
Yeah, eventually the chief comes down. Where's the meeting? And sees Quintessa there. He looks grumpy and comes up to Master Thogrim.
Thogrim, Archmage Thogrim, it is great to see you. Praise Vulcan.
Praise Vulcan indeed. Now,
What is the meaning of shutting down the line? We have cannons to deliver by end of week.
the number of accidents that are being reported are absurd. I have never had such a thing ever under my watch. How is this possible?
I agree. We will redouble our efforts to work safely.
That's not enough. Redoubling our efforts would have the incidents, and if that's the case, it's still not enough. I want to understand how this is happening and why, and
Yes,
to whom and to where.
Yes, of course, we will provide all the reports and make such things available. In the meantime, may the workers continue their shift. We
No,
do have...
I don't want any more accidents. They may have the rest of their day.
We do need to maintain a skeleton crew to keep the forges hot. I don't need to remind a great crafter as you that they cannot run cold for risk of cracking. There are also several cannons that are in a critical stage of... we will ruin those resources. Why did you come to my office, Thogrim? We could talk out things further.
Do we need to talk about replacing the foreman here?
In my office, preferred?
Perhaps. Skeleton crew. Double the number working to make sure there are no more incidents. And Ashminazar and I will have words. This is on an unacceptable level of incidents.
Of course, we agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
0 is what I expect. He goes to the board
Yep.
and writes the date, and underneath he goes, no more.
Of course, of course. It is good to set targets. It is our aspiration.
You don't understand. I should find somebody who does.
The office.
You're like yelling at him in front of everyone.
I'll go to the office.
Skeleton crews with a backup as per the Archmage.
You realize that you've really only dismissed a third of the people working by doing that.
Buddy system.
Find
your buddies.
Stay. Tell me the places where there are incidents and keep the people away from it.
Well, one of the chains holding cannonballs while we're moving did break, and then in the casting area, oh, that was a terrible one. Man got smushed.
How?
It was greasy. One man fell, and the catch failed, and the cannon slipped off and fell right into him. Sheared him right in half.
Who else works with you?
There are
It's not just you. It's not just you here.
There are 2 other chiefs. No. This is my first accident of this magnitude since I started working here.
Do they have the records of the previous running of this?
Yeah.
Because you might want to compare the accident rates of before and after to see if it's changed or increased, because it is a dangerous job. Still.
Yep. So I don't want to take up the rest of the game night doing this, but Thogrim does not have accidents.
Okay.
Does not have accidents.
You
Thogrim
read the reports, and they're all kind of fluky.
What do you mean? They're not well put together? They're very
There's not a
it
specific
happened.
pattern, and it's all multiple things happened at once.
It typically involves somebody slipped and there's a failure in some basic catch or latch or and then give me knowledge engineering as you're up looking through documents in the office.
Yeah, I want to actually check this most recent incident and see exactly where this person fell off.
Okay, that's different than looking at the documents. First, give me.
I want to. I would like after just sure. And knowledge engineering.
Yep.
Would it be considered siege weapons?
Sure.
Hmm? 50.
They would have maybe 1 or 2 deaths every few years in like a big factory like this. They've had 4 deaths in the last
4 weeks or month.
since the beginning of the year, which is 27 days ago, 28 days ago.
They've doubled their annual limit in a month. It's 24 times increased.
Now, is there any chance 3 people died in one accident?
No, they're all individual things that happened in different spots.
Now, what are the timing of them? What is the timing of them?
There's no pattern.
You understand that this is way beyond
And
any manufacturing.
beginning of shift, end of
facility at this
shift. Yeah, there's no discernible pattern out of 4. You'd need more deaths to make a pattern.
Simulacra, go through all of these documents with all of these incidents and look at when the people that had the incidents were at the beginning or at the end of their shifts, what time of day they were, how often it happened within a month, when the lunar cycle was. just
Okay.
go ahead, guys.
Does this take precedence over the stack of mail and requests of the Archmage?
Yes, you have 3 days to go through this content and
All
provide
right.
me with a proper.
All right, let's have a look at it.
There's 3 Thogrims that are attacking the stack of documents.
And Thogrim's gonna go and investigate this railing situation.
Okay, you climb up.
Fly.
They've already put a little rope across the metal steps that lead up to the observation platform. They let you through, or you just fly over there and you land. Yeah, it's a sturdy platform, and you can see that there's a metal railing, and you can see that there's a broken screw that should have held the railing out, and the railing's a little bit bent, and the guy who leaned fell right into the molten metal.
I'm gonna detect magic on that thing.
Yeah, the cauldron is magical.
No, the railing, and the metal, and the screw, and the.
Nope, there's no magic on the railing or metal or the screw.
Okay, has the thing been tampered with in any way that he can see? Knowledge.
Engineering.
Sure, knowledge engineering. $48.
No, you don't see any suspicious scrapes. 48. That's pretty good. It looks like the metal got hot and may have burnt, like may have warped and broke.
Similar. Thogrims. Look for weakening of metal due to heat and warping.
Okay,
Spot of the instance.
they accept your command as the tasks that they need to perform without complaint. Yeah, it was poor engineering. A failure of the bolt
Right.
in the hot conditions.
Who did the design for the line?
Who designed this place?
This has been around for quite some time. They've been making cannons here, although at a much slower rate. You and your master designed this?
So why is it
These
failed now?
situations.
Why has it failed?
Change in maintenance schedule.
Rusty bolt, like an old bolt. Bad iron in the bolt. It was too close to the heat.
Bob's pet rust beast that he has. in
Somebody
his lunchbox.
bumped into it too many times. You know, like why does a screw fail, or like why does a bolt fail? It's so mundane that it's suspicious.
Yeah.
Unlucky. There's a witch nearby. Burn the witch.
Right.
If